Contact is possible, but probability of contact in space station is so low that we don't spend time getting crew trained on how to communicate with aliens, because again, probability is very low, and we have so many things to do we know is going to happen, that we rather spend time getting people ready for something more probable. And if it happened, then it's up to crew, up to your personal judgment how to behave. As I said, we don't have any special training how to interact with aliens. That's what I already talked when I met with government, when I met with the president of the government of Galiza and with Minister of Industry. So it seems like that's very interesting thing, and I think it can be very motivational for students, and probably will improve cooperation, because not everything is measured by money. Sometimes it's just interesting to do things, and of course it costs something, but the question is that we can be more efficient. Not very many people were able to do this, and more and more it became normal, and even professional pilots not such unusual as it was in the beginning of 20th century. So probably the same is going to happen with access to space. Some satellites can be launched on automated vehicles. Something can be sent and maybe assembled even in space by astronauts. Some results can be received from very small satellites, because equipment is getting smaller and smaller. So even in small satellites you can put very advanced equipment. And this term race has again positive and negative meaning. I think I would like to think about it as a positive thing, when one people advancing forward will motivate other people to move forward quicker. So I don't see any big problem with the race itself. I set this record not in one single flight. It was several flights spread over a pretty significant period of time. When I flew my first mission to International Space Station, we were Expedition 1, so another challenge was to work not only with equipment built in Russia or in US, but it was assembly of different components built in different countries. So I think assembling the station, making station alive, was significantly very big technical experiment. Every time you fly, you have different challenges. When you fly for the first time, it's challenging because it's the first time you don't know what to expect. You don't even know how your body will react on space flight. And when you're flying second time, you have more responsibilities, because you are already experienced and you have to guide unexperienced guide in space. Of course, in long flights, another challenge is to be kind of psychologically stable through all this period of time, and another challenge is to work with different groups of people. When you have scientists from one area working with you now, and maybe next hour you will work with a scientist from completely different area, to be able to switch, to be able to be efficient with all of them is another challenge. I would like to see more advanced hardware to fly, because after a certain point we became more not like regular pilot, like you have test pilots to test new things. I would like to see a new vehicle built, new systems built, and when we have really something challenging to do in space, I would volunteer to fly to space again.